You're listening to a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.
The fall colors bring change, and that is something both of these field hockey squads need. While both offenses continue to underperform, they force their way forward, looking for any sign of success for the fast approaching offseason of the 2025 season. Live from Briner Sports Complex, I'm your host, Sam Klug, alongside my partner in crime for the day, Dylann Bud. Dylann, we have an interesting matchup here today.
Yeah, Sam, this is very intriguing because both teams are on a losing skid. Bellarmine has lost their last 3. The Cardinals have lost their last 7. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and a day like this is a perfect opportunity for one of them to get back on track.
Yeah, you mentioned some skids. A lot of that comes from the offensive side. Both of these teams have struggled offensively. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, both teams are in the bottom half statistically in the MAC for every major offensive category. Ball State around 6, 7, 8 in all of those categories, but Bellarmine last in shots, points, goals, assists. They only have 7 goals on the year, Sam, and 5 of them are from penalty corners. It's been cold for both of these squads all year long, but a game like this is a chance for one of them to finally get hot.
Indeed, they are. Let's talk a little bit about the coaches. We kind of have a difference between the two. We have a 4-year head coach in Caitlin Walsh on the Cardinals side, and a brand new head coach for the Bellarmine Knights, Toby Platt, in his first season. Tell us a little bit more about him.
Well, with any sport, the first year of a head coach's tenure is more about installing a culture rather than the record. So Platt's record stands at 2-11, 2-3 in conference play, so a winning percentage of just .153, but he brings a presence from New Zealand where field hockey is very prominent. They know a lot more than we generally do here in America, but promoted to head coach in March of this past year. He started here as an assistant, so he's familiar with this team. Before this was an assistant coach at D3 Rhodes College in Memphis, Tennessee. There's been a lot of shuffling for him, but he finds himself fronting this Louisville squad.
That's right, and for the Cardinals, it's Caitlin Walsh, who actually just got married recently. Tell us a little bit more about her.
Absolutely. Congratulations to Coach Walsh. Now Coach Walsh Johnson after getting married just 4 days ago, but this is a player's coach through and through. This team absolutely loves her. Her conference record in her tenure is 11-16. .407 winning percentage, MAC tourney appearances in last year and in 2022. Back-to-back 7-win seasons, and that hasn't happened in over a decade. A positive culture change here at Ball State.
That's right. When we return, we'll have more from SportsLink Digital Radio presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Well, together, we're all in it together. And I said it in my press conference, it's not just the players, it's not just the coaches, it's the administration, it's the trainers, it's the strength staff, it's the alumni coming back, it's the people in the community supporting our program.
Together to me is just moving as one cohesive unit.
I feel like I could just go back to our conditioning, our workouts together.
You're building a lifelong brotherhood with this team.
When I hear that word, it fires me up because I feel like it explains, football in a sense.
New episode of Together is out now.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paint work on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
You're listening to Ball State Field Hockey on SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. Now, back to the field.
We are live and back from the Briner Sports Complex. Dylan, quickly, before we get started today for today's matchup, let's talk a little bit about some keys to the game for both squads, starting again with the visitors.
Yeah, with Bellarmine, they just have to outlast the storm. There's a lot of offense on this Ball State squad, but they've struggled to perform in the fourth quarter, outscored 18-3 in the fourth and in overtime. As long as they can survive the opening attack from Ball State and outlast that offensive firepower, down the line they could start getting some things going, and that's how they come out on top.
And now for the home team Cardinals, who today is their senior day.
As I said before, there's a lot of firepower from multiple players. Emma Van Hall, Jade Monverde, Julia Verratti. As long as they can keep getting shots going, Bellarmine is last in the conference in goals allowed. So as long as they can keep the onslaught and keep that pace, at some point it's going to work. At some point that ball is going to get in the back of the cage.
That's right. And as I mentioned before, today is senior day for the Cardinals. They honored Maddie Summit, number 2, Emma Van Hall, Grace Clokey, Jessica Rochat, and Christine DeTizio as we are underway. Bellarmine controls the opening seconds with that ball. They are wearing the scarlet shorts, white jerseys with scarlet trim and numbers. The Cardinals are in black jerseys with cardinal trim, cardinal numbers. Bellarmine will move right to left, looking at the field, while the Cardinals will move left to right. Back it goes to Alicia Hudson, sisters with Dominique on this team, as the Cardinals now attack near the 23-meter line.
Immediately, Cardinals already in attacking mode.
Cardinals get a possession inside the shooting circle. It's Von Verde. She is stopped by the goalie. No attempt there. Ball still being rattled around. Back to the top of the shooting circle. It's Van Hall. She's stopped again. Another shot. Early pressure from Emma Van Hall.
Big offensive attacks already. Couple shots there from Von Verde and Van Hall. Real tone setter for these Cardinals.
Cardinals get it from the right side corner. Steering in is DeTizio. She loses it at the top of the shooting circle, and Bellarmine will take over with a free shot.
Big missed opportunity by Ball State, not being able to get out in front there, but certainly a momentum boost for the Cardinals, able to already bring some pressure to Bellarmine.
Ball on the far side now. Cardinals regain possession. Ball sent over, out of the reach of Maddie Summit. Again, Maddie Summit, one of those seniors being honored today. He has 2 shots in the last 8 games. Kind of a sluggish stretch for her with offense in mind. As Bellarmine attacks, it's tapped out. That was Anouk Richter's. Bellarmine continues to press on toward the 23-meter line. Now they're on the far side. Ball being drawn across that far side. Pressure from the Cardinal defense forces it out of bounds, but Bellarmine retains possession.
A lot of trap-style defense we're seeing early on here, Sam. Multiple Cardinals coming to the ball handler and then shifting as soon as that ball is passed.
Definitely a defensive strategy put in place by Coach Walsh to start this one. And a slow game to start as well. Not too much firepower other than the Cardinals' first attack. It's Ella Bonnell. She sends it forward. Nobody there to receive the pass, but now a free shot for the Knights. It's Cami Paris who attacks. Paris steers it on the far side corner on the left side of your radio dial. Flicks it inside. The Knights have it inside the shooting circle, but it is stopped by the Cardinals and a successful defensive possession.
And for Bellarmine to get something going in this game, they're going to have to really dish the rock. They are last in assists in the Mid-American Conference, and as we've seen with this trap-style defense that Ball State has been playing, they're going to have to keep this ball flying.
Lauren Lewis now on the near sideline. Battles it forward to DeTizio, but she gives it away. It's Cami Paris again, sending it to the corner. That one's going to roll out of bounds, and the Cardinals take over again. A lot of miscues and mistakes so far here. Kind of some sloppy handling of the ball. That one batted out of bounds as well. It will be inbounded by the Cardinals on their far side sideline. That one lifted into the air. Knocked down by the Cardinals, but we have a whistle, and it stays with them. Foul on the Knights as here's a quick attack from Van Hall. They move it inside the 23-meter line. The Cardinals move it inside the shooting circle. Looks like they wanted a penalty, and they're going to get a corner kick. Cardinals on their first chance to attack.
Looks like we've got our first penalty corner of the game. Face masks are being applied. Remember, Emma Van Hall scored her first goal of the year against Michigan State on a penalty corner just like this. Early chance to get another one under her resume. What a story that would be to score your second goal in 2 games on your senior day, Sam. That'd be great.
Looks like DeTizio, if my eyes don't deceive me, will be the one to inbound. Fire that rock to the players at the top of the shooting circle. Stop down. The Cardinals try and move with it. Good pressure from the Knight defense. We got a whistle and a defensive possession save by the Knights. Nothing going there for the Cardinals.
2 Redbirds were ready for that attack. Emma Van Hall and number 18, Jessica Rochat. It looks like that's how they'll line up again with Von Verde flanking to the left. They'll do the same now with another penalty corner.
Indeed they will. They inbound it this time to Von Verde. She takes a shot, rings off a defender of the Knights. And another successful stop. Really great showing so far from the Knights on the defensive side, giving up 2 penalty corners.
Went off the ankle of Luna Tunchai, our impact player for the Bellarmine Knights.
You talked about her impact, we haven't talked about her impact yet, but they're going to need her if they want to get only their 3rd road win of the season.
Leads this team with 2 goals, the game winner against Longwood and 1 against St. Louis. 15 shots, 7 of them on goal, leads the team in both of those statistics.
Alicia Hudson sends it over to the far side as Bellarmine fiddles with the ball. They'll get another chance. Bring it back for a reset. Looks like we got our first substitutions, I should say, coming in soon as that pass goes to no one. Not an interception, but basically an incompletion in football terms. Cardinals reset within their own shooting circle now. Sent over to Grace Clokey. Again, one of those seniors, native of Vancouver, Canada. The Cardinals trying to set up some offense here on the near side. It's sent to Lauren Lewis from Hull, England. Out of bounds. Looks like it's going to stay with the Cardinals and Christine DeTizio. She's been all over the field so far. Looks like we got another stoppage as Lewis waits for the officials' go-ahead.
Lewis, McGuff, and Rochat have been playing patty cake, trying to spread this defense and get something going.
Nothing yet as Bellarmine had it there for a second. The Cardinals have it back, and we lose a stick. But we play on. We are currently in no man's land right at the center line. Nobody has possession so far. And if obviously since most of our listeners are on radio, they can't see it. But Dylan, when these players hit the ball, a lot of water sprays up. I know you have some more information about why there's so much water on the field.
Yeah, with the water cannons going at halftime and pregame, there's been some discourse as to what benefits it provides. The turf here used at the Bryner Sports Complex is synthetic, so the added water makes the ball travel faster, minimizes wear and tear of the ground, and reduces the chance of turf burn for a sliding player. It leaves our cameras drizzled when we have broadcasts, but it's considered the greater good for the players, pace, and game.
Interesting stuff and kind of unique to the sport of field hockey overall. Julia Verratti had a good attack there. It went off her leg and out of bounds. Another good attacking chance for the Cardinals as the Knights now set up a little of this back and forth pass that the Cardinals tried, and it goes out of bounds. Another attacking chance inside the 23-meter line for Ball State.
Miscommunication between the Hudson sisters. Just pass couldn't be collected by Dominique the younger. Now a chance for Ball State to capitalize on Bellarmine's mistake.
It's Van Hall driving inside near the end line, but she gets it taken away. The defense stands tall again for the Knights. Up ahead, that pass was almost there, but out of bounds. Right there was Anouk Richters again. She couldn't reel it in. She also participates in Taekwondo, believe it or not. Richters is, I guess, what you would call a multi-sport athlete, someone I would not want to pick a fight with.
Richters had a head of steam in front of her, too, and with an experience like that, man, you got to watch out when she's in space trying to contest somebody with that athleticism.
Stopped there by the Knights. They take away another chance for the Cardinals, but Van Hall sets up outside, feeds it inside, but the goalie snaps it away. Kaylee Workman says no with the right pad.
Worked as a little bit of a clear ball, trying to get it through all the way to DeTizio, but if worse came to worst, just a chance for the offense to reset.
Dylan, we get a lot of whistles in field hockey, and we've gotten some here today, but definitely some less. It almost feels as if the officials are kind of letting these two teams play a little bit more.
Yeah, a lot of stopping and going in this one, but the clock stays on. These teams just keep running. It's a lot of cardio, and why it's so difficult to play field hockey, running around a turf field left and right with not much stoppage in play.
Lauren Lewis battles it. She loses it to someone we haven't been able to say. Amber Lacey is in the game for the Knights. Comes in with no starts, but 12 games played. The freshman from Louisville, Kentucky.
22.3 minutes per game for the freshman. Minutes ranging from 7 to 49, so she's been pretty valuable off the bench.
Cardinals set up on the far side, about 10 feet away from that 23-meter line. Van Hall comes over to help. It's deflected. Good attack from the Cardinals here, and it looks like we're going to have another chance for the Cardinals to attack on offense. Not quite the penalty corner they're looking for, but an illegal use of the stick from Bellarmine there, as it is sent back. So I believe that's Van Hall near the 23-meter line. She actually sends it all the way back to the center line. Good move there as the Cardinal offense sets up. Shot goes in. It's covert. Unable to get it. Outside the circle now. Bellarmine scrambling to find any way to defend the peppering attack from the Cardinals. Stop here, and another illegal use of the stick from Bellarmine as Ball State sets up again. It's Van Hall, sends it forward. Deflection, another stop by Workman. Ball goes to the baseline, but it's out of bounds, and Bellarmine survives the attack.
3 shots already for Emma Van Hall, putting her number at 42 this year. 8th in the MAC, now up to 7th.
We're talking about total time of possession. It has definitely been in the Cardinals' favor so far. The ball has spent the majority of the time on this right side of the field here at the Briner Sports Complex. Some cloud cover moving in this mid-October afternoon, but a beautiful day for some field hockey. It was a little chilly this morning, Dylan, but I'm sure the players love it as that pitch can get pretty hot.
Absolutely. With the water on the ground, it helps cool down the field as well. But with no sleeves running around, I'm sure it's really difficult to stay cold for much of the early goings of the season. Now on these crisp afternoons, I'm sure it's much nicer to be running around with such thin clothing.
Yeah, this is the definition of a fall afternoon, and the Cardinals are using their full force to spring ahead. Now battled on the far side. Lois Van Wyck is over there. First time we're able to call her name. Sent over to Lauren Lewis on the near side. Passes the center line. Tapped ahead. It's Riley Hannock. She moves in. One of the few returners from last year's team. Started some of the time, and it's inside, but Workman using that right leg again. That's her 3rd time she's done that so far today. Bellarmine sends it out of bounds. The Cardinals will be able to attack just a few feet away from that 23-meter line.
Hey, whatever you got to do to get it out there. The right leg of Kaylee Workman has been used time and time again already today. Almost had a through ball to Jemima Kriekelbarg, but unable to capitalize there at Ball State.
Some might say she's working that right leg as a workman. Bad pun, but we'll continue. Bellarmine moving into the shooting circle for the first time in a while. On the attack was Eve Gladys, but nowhere to go.
This is the first real opportunity for Bellarmine to get something going. Inbounder will be Ella Bonell.
Bonell is actually born in South Africa, but a native of Milton, Ontario, in our friendly neighbors up north. Now sent all the way back to Alicia Hudson. Like we said before, her sister Dominique plays on this squad. Riley Casey now in the game. Sends it inside. A good attack. What a through pass, but too much mustard on that one as it's through the end line.
Yeah, it's hard to control that bounce for Lily Vera. 5'3" freshman, just unable to collect it.
We have some substitutions into the game.
Looks like Von Verde will come in for Christine DeTizio, so subbing out offense for offense.
Yeah, Von Verde has been a standout freshman for this squad, and a team that uses a lot of upperclassmen, some juniors and some seniors, and in college a lot of times, sophomores are sometimes referred to as upperclassmen, so it's really cool to see Von Verde getting some quality minutes and putting some stats up.
Yeah, the young one is a freshman phenom, but as much of an offensive focal point as she is, she hasn't scored since the Central Michigan game on September 26th. Ball State as a team has only scored 2 goals in the last month. That Von Verde goal against Central Michigan, and yesterday Emma Van Hall's goal against Michigan State. Wednesday, excuse me.
Bellarmine being swarmed by the Cardinals right now. There's an error on Von Verde, who just subbed in the game. Now the attack from Bellarmine. It's Amber Lacey again, but she is whistled down after it was stolen by the Cardinals. She will get it right back. Riley Casey now sets up near the 23-meter line. And there's the whistle. End of the first period here at the Briner Sports Complex. We got a 0-0 tie. And when we return, we have more Ball State Sports Link Digital Radio presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
You're listening to Ball State Sports Live with SL Digital. This is Nick Yeoman from NASCAR's Performance Racing Network and IndyCar Radio, and a proud SportsLink alum from 2010. Go Cards!
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of